In this video, I'm going to get into one of our games, and I'm going to play the game with all 254 counties on the screen. I'm going to play in test mode. In test mode, all the countries are on the screen, and you are prompted to locate them as the county names appear in random order. I'm going to go to clickandlearn.fun. Under our free weekly games, I click this icon, and some of this is already on the screen, but I'm going to show you what happens when you click. And it shows that we have games to help geography teachers all around the country. I'm going to scroll over to the right, and here's a game that I have created to test us as we see if we can recite, if we can locate all the counties. We're in test mode. I click single player. All 254 buttons are on the screen, and it asks for live oak. First, let me show you what happens when you click the correct button. It asks for live oak. When I click that button, I get a green light. It asks for Travis. When I click that button correctly, I get a green light as well. But if I click the wrong button, for example, it asks for Motley, and let's say I click on Wheeler instead, notice I get a red light. Okay. Also, when you've got a congested area and you're not right on the button, it's, for example, in this case it asks for Chambers. This is Chambers, but if I'm not right on the button, if I don't have the finger pointing to it, it might not understand where I've clicked and give me a red light, so that one would be counted wrong as well. So now that I've shown you how test work works, I'm going to exit, get right back in. We're going to start from the beginning and see if I can score 100%. Click single player. It asks for Sutton. Sutton is right above Edwards. Jackson. Motley is right below, right above Dickens. Motley. Zapata. Matagorda is next to Brazoria. Washington, right next to Waller County. Washington, the red one. And the colors do help me. It asks for Cherokee. So let's kind of go through this a little bit faster. Wilson is, I can see a little bit of a, let's see, where's Wilson? Okay, there's Wilson. I tell you what, you got to think. It asks for Denton. I'm going to go through these a lot faster. Star, El Paso, Lavaca, LaSalle, Lavaca, Culberson, Lipscomb at the top of the panhandle. Atascosa is a big one down here toward the bottom middle. Hall, this is Hall, Hale Hall. Finger is right on it. Notice the finger. This is Cass. McCullough next to San Saba. Hemphill near it, right below Lipscomb. Potter, third one down, second column. Potter. Smith over in the top right area. Baylor right next to Archer. This is Archer, this is Baylor. Comal is the green one. Falls. Wichita, right next to Wilbarger. This is Wilbargo, Clay, Wichita, Ward. And that helps me as I go through this because I'm thinking of where they are, but I'm also thinking of what next to them. This is Loving, this is Winkler, this is Loving. Madison. I think this is Madison. Delta is actually shaped like a delta. Castro. Parker's right next to Palo Pinto, Parker. Kleberg. Maynard. So far, all I've got green. Well, I spoke too soon. I was about to say so far I've got green lights on all of these, and I clicked Medina instead of Maynard. This is Maynard. It asked for Maynard. I should have clicked that one. Let's go on. Archer Armstrong. This is Armstrong. Let's see if I can score 99%. I've already missed one out of 254. Dickens. Goliad, Carnes, Carnes is kind of shaped like the letter A, letter K. Hale, Hale. Carson, Caudle. Mason, Mason, right below, right next to San Saba. Mason. Lano, LL2, right next to Mason. Calhoun, Calhoun. Calhoun is down here on the coast. Calhoun on the coast. Gray. Garza is Gaines. Garza. Bandera. Bandera. Nueces. Nueces. Travis, right below Williams. Liberty, shaped like the letter L. Freestone. Freestone is right next to Limestone. Hunt, right below Fannin. Crockett is one of the larger counties. Clay, Clay right next to Wichita. And between Wichita and Montague, Zavala. Zavala is the last county alphabetically. Burleson, Burleson is right next to Austin. Burleson, Shelby, right above, okay, there's Shelby. Hudspeth over by El Paso. Jones, right up here. Jones. Tom Green has an interesting shape. It really, this is really, when you look at it in more detail. Williamson, Aransas on the coast, Aransas. Kennedy, Eastland, Hansford up at the top. Angelina, the purple one over here next to Houston County. Brooks at the bottom. Brooks. Brazos, Brazoria, this would be Brazos. Maverick. Anderson's the first county alphabetically. Harris is a large county. Crane. Reagan, right next to, almost right next to Crane. Reagan. Refugio. Hector. Leon. Leon. Dimmitt. Below Frio. San Patricia. Uvalde. Tarrant, next to Dallas. This would be Collins County, Dallas. Tarrant. Colorado. Floyd. Behar, it's pronounced Bear, someone told me. It's pronounced Bear. Galveston. Caldwell is the first county that begins with the letter C, Caldwell. Bailey. LaSalle, Fort Bend, right above Brazoria. Orange, right above Jefferson. Collin County is where, I think that's where the next social studies conference is going to be, in Frisco. I think Frisco might be in Collin County. Bastrop is right above Fayette. All of these things that we put together in this system to help you learn, helps you review. Brazoria, Borden, Kerr right above Bandera. Johnson, Terry, this is Terrell. Terry is right above Terrell, quite a ways. Nacogdoches, next to Sabine and St. Augustine. Nacogdoches. Burnett, Ford, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. F-O-A-R-D. Collinsworth. Brewster. Hill. This is Smith, this is Hill. Dallas, right next to Rockwall. Dallas. Midland. Ellis. Gillespie. Presidio. I'm going to do this video again soon, and I'll see how quickly I can go through these without just as quick as I can. Haskell, Reeves, Fayette's a purple one. Hardin is this one. Lamar, Martin, Grimes, Greg Grimes, Guadalupe, Rockwall. What I hit Rains instead of Rockwall. This is Rockwall, this is Rains. Yoakum. So I've got 2 wrong so far. Yoakum, Limestone, McLennan is this one. Houston, right below Anderson. Crosby is Crosby, Winkler, Coleman, Upton, Koch. This is really going to be interesting. The next time I do this is Gaines. I'm going to see how quickly I can do it. Goliath Gonzalez is Gonzalez, Erath, and I'll do less talking the next time I do this. Panola, Deaf Smith, Henderson, Hempful Henderson, Cochran, Fisher, Guadalupe, Tiny Titus over here, Stephen, the county, the name, they changed the name of the Stevens County from a different person to Stevens during the, after the Civil War, I think. Rusk, those are things that you learn. Once you get in and learn the counties, the history makes so much more sense. You can learn the history, absorb the history much better once you know where the counties are located. Wood is right below Franklin. Franklin had a wood stove. It's a Franklin stove. Marion, Madison, Marion, Medina. That's the one I should have clicked when it asked for Maynard. This is Maynard. This would be Medina, Montague, Jim Wells. There are 2. There's Jim Hogg. This is Jim Wells, very close to each other. Jasper is right next to Newton County. And that's something that, if you're into geography, this asks for a lamb. If you're into geography, you probably already know that across the United States, there's a lot of counties named Newton and Jasper that are right next to each other. Coryell rhymes with Bell, and it's Coryell right above Bell. Hood, above Somerville. Hood, Archer, right next to Baylor. Archer. Jack below Clay. Jack. Hockley, let's see if I get this. Hockley, Franklin, there's the Franklin. Franklin is tall and thin. Real, Dawson, McMullen, Lampasas, LaSalle, Lavaca, Lampasas, Lamar Lampasas. Let's see if this is Lampasas. It is. Howard, Edwards, San Jacinto, Wilbarger next to Wichita, Mills, Mitchell. This is Mills. Camp in the shape of a tiny little tent. So I think of tenting in a Camp County. Pecos. Okay. I do get excited about this. It is a lot of fun. Polk between Trinity and Tyler. Bowie up on the top right. Scurry. Jim Hogg. Lynn right below Lubbock. Lynn. So far we've answered 171 questions. We got 2 of them wrong. Stonewall. I think this is Stonewall. Newton right next to Jasper. Roberts County. Hardeman, Irion. I think I called someone at the county seat to Chamber of Commerce to find out how to pronounce that. I also called someone to Erath County. Callahan, let's see if this is Callahan. Come on. I think this is Callahan. Yeah, I think that's Callahan. Hamilton. Nolan, Morris, up in the congested area, St. Augustine, right next to Sabine. Live Oak, Randall, Wharton, W-H, Wharton, San Saba, right in the middle, Harrison, Runnels, right below Coke and Coleman, Runnels, Glasscock, right above Irion, or right next to Irion, Duval, Frio, Lubbock, Lubbock is the green one, Taylor, this is Taylor, Donley, this is Gray, this is Donley, Trinity, above Polk, Mitchell, purple one there in the middle, Hartley, Dallam at the top left on the Wise is right below Montague, I think is Wise, Grayson, Lee, Kaufman, Tyler, Chambers, Knox. A lot of money in Fort Knox. Money green and Knox County green. Montgomery, right above Harris. Bosque is a type of food I've heard. This is Hayes. Hayes is, I think it is Hayes. It is B. B has a shape. Palo Pinto, a little bit of a shape there. Palo Pinto. Parker. Greg. Small Greg. Sterling is right above, there's Sterling. Throckmorton, Bell, Victoria, or Andrews, Swisher. Let's see, I've got 217 so far. Let's see, I've missed 2 so far. I should still get 99%. Concho, right next to Tom Green. Upshur, let's get this right. Upshur, Ochiltree. Robertson is right above, here's Robertson. Van Zant, Valverde, Van Zant. Hutchison, below Hansford. Cook is right above Denton. Blanco, Bayard Blanco. Hidalgo at the bottom, Jefferson, right below Orange. DeWitt is kind of shaped like the letter D that's laying on its side. Some of these silly things that I used to remember. Hopkins, this is Hockley, Hood. Hopkins is right here. Okay, the green one, I think. Hopkins, Kent, Walker, Kendall, Moore, Cameron at the very bottom, Valverde is this large one. I've answered 235. Young, Yoakum, and Young are on the same line. Young, Brown, there's Brooks, right above Brooks, quite a ways up is Brown. Fannin, right above Hunt. Fannin, Somerville, below Hood. Shackelford, Sherman, Comanche, Malam next to Robertson, Milan, Schlicker above Scurry. Where is Scurry? There we go, Schlicker. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. Navarro, I got that wrong. This is Navarro. So I've got 3 wrong so far. Childress right below Collinsworth. Jeff Davis, Waller has a distinctive shape. Kimball, right above Kerr. This would be Kerr and this should be Kimball. This should be Kimball. Kinney, Rains. I clicked Rains when I asked for Rockwall. This is Rains. Austin, where the state capital is. Wheeler, 3rd one down. King, 98%. I think I missed 3 or 4. If you're going to be a teacher in a history teacher or a geography teacher in Texas, you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be able to do all of this, but you can inspire your students to get in and want to play these games. And I got so much more to tell you about that later. When I say it's that easy, it took a month actually to be able to get to the point where I just showed you. Thank you for watching, and check on our next video to see if I can see how fast I can locate those counties on the Click and Learn game. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching.